Hey guys, how's it going? You sure? Huh? Oh, well, that's weird. 1,148 kills to 0. I wonder if this is one of them Invis hackers everyone's been telling me about. I guess I'll stay and find out.
Wow, gotta do something about that voice. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Shorty SX, and today I have an awesome video for you. So for starters, I'm sure you're all familiar with Modern Warfare 3 Invis hackers. Exhibit A, they're Invis and kinda hard to kill. And by kinda hard, I mean pretty freaking impossible to kill. But at some point it kinda hit me that there's really nothing stopping me from trying to win a game with one of these hackers in it because, well, let's face it, I mean, they're hackers. They hack because they're horrible at the game and, I don't know, like to suck balls in their free time. But the point is, there weren't even one of these hackers. There ended up being two of these hackers in the same lobby. The second one joins in a little bit later. And the first one ends up rage quitting about halfway through the game. Now, if you stay till the end of the video, I'll actually go into theater and show you exactly why he ended up rage quitting. But it should be fairly entertaining gameplay. But the gameplay doesn't matter. By the way, if you're also curious why I'm running around with a PP90, that will come later. So, welcome to my new series called Shorty Mail. Get it? Shorty Mail. Okay, that's a working title. I'm just kidding around. We'll see what I end up calling it. But it's just going to be your good old type of Q&A session where you guys can ask me questions or I take many of the very awesome or weird or sometimes quite troubling questions I've received over the years from you guys. So I will basically take that normally from either the comment section of the previous video or from PMs or from tweets on Twitter and anything like that, and I'll basically just be answering those in one video, because the way I've always approached this in the past is I take, you know, a topic, like let's say, oh, everyone's been asking about Call of Duty Ghosts, and then I'll go make a video about Call of Duty Ghosts. But the problem with that approach is it doesn't really answer all the questions, and sometimes, you know, there'd be something I really want to talk about, but I don't really get a chance to do it, and then a few months down the line, I'm sitting there going, oh crap, I should have totally talked about that. So, here is where this series comes in. Like I said, the questions, just send them over whichever way you can, but please let me know you actually want it to be featured in this series, because, you know, obviously with some of the more personal questions I've received over the time, you know, I'm not sure if you guys would be okay if I just pulled one out and be like, oh look, well, this guy had lots of problem with it, blah blah blah, you know, so let me know and I will do my best. And you guys know, I'm fairly rational, or I try to be rather, but if you send me a serious question, I will probably try to do my best to actually give you serious advice. And if it's not that much of a serious question, I'll probably just make fun of you. But we'll see what happens. And I'll try to make it a very nice little balance between fun, seriousness, and, I don't know, things anyone can learn from. So I guess let's just see what questions you guys give me. And next episode will be awesome. But for this episode, since I haven't received anything specifically yet, obviously, being the pilot and all, I decided I'm just going to cover what the most popular questions are these days and what everyone seems to be talking about. Starting with, oh my god, ghosts, blah blah blah, quickscoping, it's gone, pitchforks, and so on. Right off the bat, let me just say, guys, relax. Like, in the words of Face Cross, put your pitchforks down, it's not that bad. Mainly because we don't really know much about it. As in, I did make an entire video about how snipers are really not overpowered if you're looking at it from the sniper's perspective and not as someone who just happens to get killed by snipers every once in a while. But if you would like to check that out, of course, go and do that. But in much less words than in that video, let me just say, oh, that's the second hacker, by the way. Let me just say that you should relax about Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, the first thing is, if you watch Face Cross's information, he's already said that supposedly Infinity Ward confirmed that what he played on in the reveal, like a few weeks ago, all the footage that you can actually see of him quickscoping in Call of Duty Ghosts, that already had the patches that they've been, you know, that all the fuss is about recently. So, if that is in fact true, then you can totally quickscope in Ghosts, there's just no aim assist or something along those lines. Which, you know, could be pursued as a little unfair compared to all the other guns that still have aim assist, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. We can deal without aim assist just fine. So, on that topic, please do relax, don't worry about it, because even if not for all of that information, think about it this way. They can't really remove quickscoping. I mean, sure, they can make it very, very painful. Like, for example, if you guys remember the starting patch of Black Ops 1, the one they released on the release day of the actual game, that one was pretty horrible. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, at that patch it was basically made so even though you had a lot of sway and your sniper, you know, took forever to actually ADS, or aim down sights, despite all of those downsides, they still made it so even if you somehow managed to actually get your scoped in crosshairs straight on the target and fire, in the first 2 seconds the bullet simply wouldn't go straight. Like, even if you had your crosshairs perfectly on the target, it just wouldn't hit him. That was very annoying, but unless they really take it to that extent, it's pretty hard to get rid of quickscoping, because, you know, quickscoping is not, well, despite popular belief, it's really not some glitch or weird way of using a sniper. It's just using a sniper, but instead of sitting in one spot and, you know, just spending most of your time zoomed in, you're spending as little time zoomed in as possible. So, you know, even if it's much slower, there will still be quickscoping. And the irony, because, you know, I mean, there have been so many trolls, actually. That's the funny part. With the David Vonderhaar patch, all the snipers, or all the little kid snipers, seem to be kicking up a fuss. But with this one, it really seems to be the guys that are not happy about quickscoping. And all the guys that are like, oh my god, yeah, quickscoping's gone, suck it, yeah. To be honest, like, that, I've seen a lot more crying from the not quickscoping community this time around. But hey, you know what? Just as entertaining. So, I guess my point on that one is definitely relaxed. It's probably not gone at all, and even if it is gone, it's still going to be possible in some aspect. Now, the funny thing is, some of the trolls were all like, oh my god, yeah, all you YouTubers who do quickscoping are gonna quit, yeah. I'm just thinking, like, that's really not how it works, actually. I mean, I would prefer if quickscoping were fun, but on the other hand, if it weren't that fun, if it were harder, like, let's say, Black Ops 1, well, newsflash, Black Ops 1 is the most popular game in terms of people trying to learn how to quickscope. As in, if I were actually doing Black Ops 1 how to quickscope videos, I'd be getting lots of views. Well, probably not at the moment, but a few years ago for sure. As in, it was huge. So if it's hard in Ghosts, it's actually going to bring more attention to it, but that's a topic for another day. Like I said, I'd rather just have proper, normal quickscoping, but anyway. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the big Black Ops 2 tutorial, which quite a few of you have actually asked me questions about. And here's what happened. So a couple months ago, I actually gotten quite a bit of progress on it. I was feeling pretty confident, and in fact, I thought I was going to have it finished at one point pretty quickly. But sadly, this was like in the middle of a bunch of other things, if you guys remember all of that. But basically what happened is one of my hard drives failed, and I lost a ton of footage. Now, obviously, I still know exactly what I wanted to say, so it wouldn't be that hard. It's not like I suddenly forgot what I was going to talk about. But all the footage, all the editing I had already done, disappeared. And it's been very hard to motivate myself to start it again in many ways. So, like, as of right now, I'm actually not doing much about it. So, this is my question for you guys. Considering I will be making a very long, proper, complete how to quickscope in Call of Duty Ghosts tutorial, and I will be trying to get that out as soon as possible instead of, waiting for months after the game comes out, because that was probably my mistake with Black Ops 2. But considering I will be making the complete Ghosts tutorial, how many of you really care about a Black Ops 2 how to quickscope tutorial? Because what I could do is I could potentially make like a light version of the Black Ops 2 tutorial, foregoing some of the more obvious chapters from the original Modern Warfare 3 how to quickscope tutorial and focusing more on the changes or everything that's different in Black Ops 2 as opposed to Modern Warfare 3, and pretty much everything you need to actually be successful as a quickscoper, even with the newest patch. So I could do that. I have no idea, like, the time frame or anything when I'm going to be able to get something like that to you guys, but if you are interested, let me know, and depending on, your responses and how many people are still looking forward to quickscoping in Black Ops 2, then I will probably make one or not. But in Call of Duty Ghosts, like I said, one way or the other, even if it's really hard or even if it's easy and fun, I will be making a tutorial because everyone will be curious regardless of the situation. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Once again, just leave me a comment and I'll make sure to check them out. And as a little funny thing at the very end, here is me pretty much spectating the first hacker, the snipers, who's right now running around with his sniper trying to quickscope people, and you may have noticed, like, he just left the game. Why did he leave the game? Let's find out. Well, here is the other hacker, so let's follow him and see what happens. Well, he's moving close to where the first hacker is, and oh, okay, well, in this situation right now, if you actually look at the screen, they're both kind of staring at each other. Of course, this is kind of interesting, because it's kind of like they're both in this, and they don't know if they're there, and this turns like into the Discovery Channel, where you're like, the one hacker is slowly creeping onto the other, but will he realize he's there? Okay, all jokes aside, the reason the first one ends up quitting is because right now instead, they're actually in the same spot. If you see when I'm rotating the camera, it even kind of bumps off the first Invis guy, which I thought was quite funny. But obviously, the first one kind of got the sense that, uh-oh, there's another hacker in the game. And even though he had the lead, he decided, screw it, I'm just going to sign out. But I guess what else do you expect from a hacker? But either way, they lost. Suck at hackers. Mwahaha. GG. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave some comments for the next Shorty mail. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.